Dear Earthlings, here we are where we've always been. Home, a pale blue dot hanging in space, spinning on its axis, making the long 365-day journey around the sun. This time of year where we live, the Earth is tilting towards the sun a little bit more every day. The ball of fire climbs higher, the days get longer, the soil is growing warm. The sap is running, the bluebirds have returned, the red squirrel has given birth. Love is in the air, but is it in the human heart? Right now, we are all hunkered down in our homes, practicing social distancing, a term that will define this generation. The first global pandemic in over 100 years has interrupted nearly all of our personal and societal patterns. It's hard not to talk about, but with who? Or perhaps more poignantly, with what? I went for a long walk. The sun was out and the birds were singing. The wind rattled the beech and oak leaves still clinging to the trees, and for more than 2 hours I did not see or hear the rumblings of another human. No cars drove by, no doors were slammed shut, no chainsaws roared, no gunshots, no children laughing, no airplanes flew overhead. Not a single dog barked. My phone was silent too. No text messages, emails, or notifications. It seemed that nothing human stirred except me. The sun was warm and the earth was alive, but I felt a deep, staggering loneliness, a deep sadness, a broken part. I acknowledged it and moved on. Well, I tried. It's okay to feel deeply, even the darker parts. Feel them, but don't become them. Don't break down, break through. We are built for connection. We need each other. Although the society stresses our uniqueness and individuality, in truth we scarcely exist as individual beings. We pattern ourselves on webs of relationships that define us. We sculpt one another. Some, right now, are trapped in their homes with an abusive partner or family member. They sculpt pain and fear. We teach what we learn. Others are trapped in their homes and the cyclical patterns and routines that keep them locked in small or large conflicts with self and other. We must fix our broken parts. We must sculpt solutions. When I say we, I mean I, and when I say I mean you too. We have work to do. Don't break down, break through. When our sensory and nervous systems are dysregulated, either by direct trauma or the indirect intergenerational trauma that unknowingly affects so many of us, they do not allow for healthy connections. A dysregulated system traps neural patterns that repeat themselves. These patterns get stuck in the pre-configured fight or flight, freeze or faint responses of the lower brain. The lower brain is about protection, not connection, about escape. Our desperate and natural need to connect with others is often perverted by these dynamics of protect or escape. They distance us from ourselves and others. Mind, body, and consciousness are then not integrated. Fear, anger, depression, control, hypersexuality, repressed sexuality, power over dynamics, power under dynamics, drama triangles, failures, repeating, always consuming but always empty, work too much, breathe too shallow, protect, escape, stay inside, rinse and repeat. This sort of disconnection spreads through society like a virus. When not present to ourselves as whole beings, we cannot connect to others as whole beings. We have work to do. Love needs to feed, but ghosts need belief. Ghostly figures some have become, living in a ghostly society. Disconnected from the earth, ourselves, and others, our truths are often fiction. Great societal patterns are now interrupted. Change is possible. But can we interrupt our internal patterns? Can we crawl out of the small, ghostly worlds of our minds and settle deep down into our bodies, where we are whole and in touch with the earth, our bodies, our earth, our first connection. Ecology is sensual. We are that. To be grounded and not alone. To share